You can feel the anticipation out in front of the courthouse. Hundreds of people have aligned the streets here in this tiny town in front of this historic building for this day, which is also historic, which we will be in this verdict watch. After 31 days of testimony, this jury will soon have the case and be deliberating. Just moments ago in real time, we're on a lunch break. The defense team, along with Alan Jackson, who delivered those closing remarks, just descended the steps here, and they had this to say. Take a listen.
This means more to us than you can imagine, but if the volume comes up even a little bit, we're gonna be ordered to stay in the building, and y'all are gonna be ordered off the lawn. So just please do us that favor. This means as much as you yelling out for us. Bless your heart.
Thank you, Jackson.
God bless you.
All right, and the defense team using their short lunch break to go to David Yannetti's office located here in Dedham, about 10 minutes away is what he informed the court yesterday. They're going to have to be on a watch throughout the day once the jury gets this case as to be able to respond to the courthouse. They may actually have to be waiting inside the courthouse because this jury is going to be allowed to work later into 5:30 into the day. But that's the mood out here in front of court. You can just see the dozens and dozens of supporters now all in silence as they greet this defense team. Ted?
We're still watching Hank Brennan, but we all watched Alan Jackson. What stood out to you? It was a lot of people saying masterful close. It was from start to finish. The energy was high. Give us some highlights and your takeaways from your vantage point.
That's exactly it. High energy and powerful closing remarks on both sides. But in the state of Massachusetts, the Commonwealth, they began with the defendant. And the defense, it was Alan Jackson who was up there, and he was doubling down on reasonable doubt and a faulty police investigation, and also other suspects that were never fully investigated. Take a listen.
There was no collision. There was no collision. There was no collision. You folks are the last line of defense. The last line of defense between an innocent woman and a system that has tried to break her, that falsely accused her, that tried mightily to bury the truth. This case was corrupted from the start. It was corrupted by biases and conflicts and personal loyalties that you heard about. And most fatally, it was corrupted by a lead investigator whose misconduct infected every single part of this case from the top to the bottom.
Again, back in real time, I'm in the courtroom, and everyone is completely silent. The only thing that you can really hear is the voices of these attorneys as they're walking up and down that jury box, building their case. And then also, you can hear the typing from all of the journalists in the room. It's quite something in the courtroom itself.
Oh, I'll bet. What about jurors? I assume fully intent, or there's no taking, or is it more just watching from your vantage point?
They are completely glued to these attorneys delivering their remarks. And the judge, from the very beginning, she said, this is not case evidence. So you have to put your binders, your notebooks underneath your seats. And they did that, and they have just been watching intently. Now, with Hank Brennan, he was also very powerful in his closing remarks, incorporating some of the things that the defense had brought up. He's rehabilitating some of his expert witnesses, and he played video clips of the defendant in her own words, and he also said this. Take a listen.
She made a decision. In her Lexus with the shattered taillight, debris field all over the front yard, and John O'Keefe lying helpless like a child on the front yard. She made a choice. She didn't call 911. She didn't run to his aid. She didn't knock on a door. She made a decision about herself. In her Lexus, she drove away. She was drunk, she hit him, and she left him to die.
Now, watch very carefully as to how he ends his closing remarks. Very powerful, very theatrical. But, you know, I do also have to say that coming up next, we're going to have that charge conference, and then we're finally going to see who will be the deliberating jurors. Right now, we have not lost any from 11 weeks ago when some of these jurors were first selected. We have 9 men and 9 women, and that's soon going to change. We're going to have only 12.